Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're from the Philippines and we're going. Let me tell you something about the Waray Wikipedia and what we are doing in the Philippines regarding that kind of Wikipedia.
Okay, by the way, I'm Jojit and this is Bell.
Yeah.
We're from the Hablon user group of Wikimedians in the Philippines. I think one of our colleagues is in on the Zoom call, and we are we are presenting our paper. Uh, Three of us made this paper. Me, Bell, and Michael. So, Bill, we'll proceed with the presentation.
So the presentation will go first the introduction, then the methodology, and the results and discussion. Results and discussion includes the community collaboration to improve our Wikipedia and dissemination of information through the Waray Wikipedia using the Waray language. And then last will be the conclusion and recommendations. So, as an introduction, as of June 2002, Waray Wikipedia is one of the 316 language editions of Wikipedia. And Waray language is one of the 175 indigenous and living languages in the Philippines. The language is spoken by more than 2.5 million people in the Philippines, most of whom are from the provinces of Biliran, Eastern Samar, Northern Samar, and Leyte in the Eastern Visayas region of the Philippines. Eastern Visayas region of the Philippines is the region that is devastated by Haiyan. If you can just recall the typhoon Haiyan, way back in 2013, so that's the region. Okay, so Waray language ranks sixth in terms of the number of people who speak the language. So it is the sixth most spoken language in the Philippines. So methodology, the information and quantitative data used in the study are sourced from documents pertinent to the subject matter. And then simple averages and percentages were used to summarize statistical information for descriptive purposes. So results and discussion. Waray Wikipedia started in September 25, 2005, and since then, registered and unregistered users can edit Waray Wikipedia as well as the other Wikipedias. So under community collaboration to improve Waray Wikipedia, that is figure 1. So that is the number of new registered users in Waray Wikipedia starting in 2005 to 2022. Okay, so as you can see in 2019, there is a big up. So it 1,489 new registered users. The source is the Wikimedia statistics. So data for 2005 are from September to December 2005. September is the start of the Waray Wikipedia. And then data for 2022 are from January to May 2022. Okay? So in 2019, there were 1,489 new registrants. That 1,489 registrants, 85% of them were either blocked from editing or were on the spam blacklist. Okay? So the spam blacklist is an extension program used by BGWiki that prevents edits and registration of users using a specified email address that is blacklisted due to spamming. So 85% of that were blocked. So it's like 1,140 of 1,335. So around 200 new registered only for that for July to August. Figure T is the number of active editors, monthly average. So it's from 2005 to 2022. So it started at 2 active editors per month in 2005 and rose to 13 active editors per month in 2022. Okay, so this is the exciting one. So number of new pages created in Waray Wikipedia by contributor. So there are 3 contributors. So we have the registered user, anonymous, and the bot. Okay, so as you can see in 2010, there were 90,015 new pages created. That is for contents only. Okay, contents. So in 2010, there were 90,015 new created pages by registered users. And in 2013 and 2014, there were around 1,143,002 new pages created by bot, which is lsjbot. So approximately 10% of the created articles in Waray Wikipedia are made by registered and anonymous human contributors, while lsjbot was adding articles in Waray Wikipedia from 2013 to 2014. That one, registered and anonymous users still or also added or created new pages in Waray Wikipedia. So this is an example of a lsjbot article, which is a Tamaraw. A Tamaraw is endemic in the Philippines, so even if the article is made by a bot or an automated program, it is very useful for Waray-speaking users because it contains information about the Philippines. It has appropriate, independent, reliable, and verifiable sources or references, which is a requirement for an article to be included in Wikipedia. So, taking away those bot created articles, Waray Wikipedia still has 122,819. And taking away the same LSJ bot created articles in Cebuano Wikipedia, it leaves 24,895 new articles created. We've shown this to show that even if without the LSJ bot created articles, Waray Wikipedia is still within the range of the new created articles of the Philippine language-based Wikipedias. Anyway, the Bicol Central Wikipedia, Cebuano Wikipedia, Chavacano de Zamboanga Wikipedia, Ilocano Wikipedia, Kapampangan Wikipedia, Pangasinan, Tagalog, and Waray are the Philippine language-based Wikipedias that are existing today. So average number of edits per day for Wikipedia, it's average number of days. It's for contents. So it started at 20 edits per day. 20 edits per day in 2005 rose to 196 in 2009 to 1,000 1216 in 2010, 1130 in 2011, 1320 in 2012, and of course, 6,516 in 2013 due to LSJ bot, and 3,556 in 2014 due to LSJ bot. And then it normalized, quote and unquote, 39 edits per day in 2015 to 27 edits per day in 2022. So this is the behavior of the edits of the registered user. So it has its peak in, I think it was in 2010, 2014, with 320 and 190 edits per day. And the anonymous user, aside from the registered user, we have this anonymous user which also edits Waray Wikipedia. It started at 2005 and 12, but decreased to 4 edits per day in 2022. So this is the bot and the name, and the name bot, yeah. So in 2013, it rose to 5,237 edits per day and 3,359 edits per day in 2014. And then the name bot is 1247 in, I think it was in 2012. Okay. So this is the percentage share of edits for Waray Wikipedia from 2005 to 2022. Notice that in 2005, there are more anonymous users who edit Wikipedia. I mean, edits in Wikipedia are done, more edits are done by anonymous users in Waray Wikipedia than user.
Those who
But
registered.
those who, yeah, user. But in starting 2010, from 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2021, there are 15% and more of the edits were made by bot. And then in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020, 50% and more of the edits were done by user. So in 2025, more than half. Okay, so lsjbot created articles in 2013 and 2013. 2013 and 2014, thus the increase in the number of edits of the bots. And automated programs such as EmosBot, KLBot2, LegBot, MerlyBot, and the like made repetitive edits in to the Waray Wikipedia pages, which would be too tedious when done manually. So aside from editing, there have been editathons made to improve Waray Wikipedia. So from 2014 to 2019, there have been 8 Waray Wikipedia editathons to improve, specifically to improve Waray Wikipedia. So notice that in 2016, 17, 18, 19, there were 4. There were 4 editathons conducted in academic institution, the University of the Philippines, Visayas, Tacloban College, which contributed 66,354 characters at the time to Waray Wikipedia, the Philippine Science High School, Eastern Visayas Campus, which contributed 204,728 characters, University of the Philippines, again, at Tacloban College, 145,959 characters, and then the University of Visayas Tacloban College again, with 142,487 characters contributed. So a total of 638 characters were contributed to Waray Wikipedia with those editathons and created 83 new articles. 86% of the total contributions were made for edits, as I've said earlier, and this contributed to 50 to 78% of the edits done by registered users from 2016 to 2019. So of the total 123, total new registered from these editathons, not all were registered to Waray Wikipedia. 9 of them were able to join 2 events. And then another 9 editors, at least one from each event, continue to edit Wikipedia projects, including Waray Wikipedia, English Wikipedia, and Wikimux, among others, after the editathon has finished. One of them has 331 edits from when he joined an event in July, and another has 5,009 edits from when he joined the editathon in February. In terms of dissemination of information through the Waray Wikipedia using the Waray language, average page views per day, okay, of Waray Wikipedia in thousands. And again, these figures are rounded off. Total page views include automatic and human user traffic. Data for human user traffic from 2008 to 2015 are not available. And data for 2022 are from January to May 2022. Human users are logged in and anonymous users. So from 2028, average page views rose from 6 to around 328 pages, 328 page views, thousands per day. And then human users access Waray Wikipedia 26,000 per day in 2016, which rose to 33,000 per day in 2022. So notice the discrepancy from the blue line and the orange line. Those constitute the automatic. So average page views per day of Waray Wikimedia, of course in the Philippines, rose from 492 in 2016 to 775 in 2022. Please notice the rise, the increase of viewership in 2020, which rose to 1,423 page views per day. 2020 is the start of the pandemic. So even if the pandemic is there, we still have our classes, online classes. So unfortunately, students cannot go to the library. So what they did was access Waray Wikipedia. So that's the increase. And in terms of page view share by country, notice that 2016, 27, 2018, USA, France, Latvia, Germany dominated the page views. As well as in 2019, 2010, 2021. And in 2022. This may be due to the Waray-speaking Filipinos who are in the Americas, Asia and the Pacific, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, specifically the United States of America, Canada, Germany, France, and the Netherlands, among others. So percentage share of unique devices visiting Waray Wikipedia. Okay, percentage share of mobile devices accessing the online was increasing from 23% in 2016 to 53% in 2019. However, during the COVID-19 pandemic, when people stayed at home, visits from mobile devices greatly decreased to 23 in 2020 and further to 16, and the desktop use increased to 77 in 2020 and further to 94 in 2021 because people have started to be at home during the pandemic. Okay, so starting in 2013, Waray Wikimedia could be accessed through online using Kiwix. And during our editathons, during the Waray Wikipedia editathons, these Kiwix were distributed to the participants in either CD when it was still can be contained in CD, and later in thumb drive. And the participants were encouraged to disseminate this offline Wikipedia. And this version of Waray Wikipedia is very beneficial in the Philippines, where internet connection is slow, unstable, and very expensive. So conclusions and recommendation. So Waray language is the sixth most spoken language in the Philippines, and therefore a major and important indigenous language in the Philippines. And then as shown by the increasing number of page views, Waray Wikipedia is being used not only in the Philippines but outside of the Philippines. So the Waray Wikipedia as an open platform and an open information answers the need of the Waray-speaking community for a free and shareable information that they can use and disseminate, which is written in their language, which they can easily understand. And efforts and initiatives to enhance the contents of Waray Wikipedia and to develop more ways in which to make it more accessible to more users should continue. One of them is the collaborative activities such as editathons, which we recommend to be done in a school setting where the participants are both students and teachers. And other venues and other individuals such as artist group should also be encouraged. And then to conduct editathons in areas where the variations of the spoken Waray language are not yet well represented, because Waray language have different subdialects. So to make the Waray Wikipedia representative of the language, it would be good. It would be good if all the dialects under the Waray language should be represented in the Waray Wikipedia. And then for our conferences and conventions, could we meet venues to disseminate information and to encourage participants of that particular conferences to to contribute to Waray Wikipedia. And then constant communication with newly registered editors should be established by introducing and encouraging them to participate in online Wikipedia conversations such as the Tambayans and other venues. And then to have future projects, install an offline Wikipedia in the barangays. Not only barangays in small villages, not only with the school, because students do their researches, assignments in home. And unfortunately, like I said earlier, that internet connection is very intermittent and very expensive. So it would be better if a barangay has this KWIX, which students can access, so they can do their homeworks, their research at home. And then, as we've shown earlier, the articles in the Philippine language-based Wikipedias. So programs and projects to develop the contents and access to other aside from the Waray Wikipedia, Philippine language-based Wikipedia such as Bicol, Cebuano, Chabacano, Ilocano, Kapampangan, Pangasinan, and Tagalog should also be encouraged, conducted, and supported. Because as we have this K to 12, we're in from kinder to grade 3, curriculum is still topics and subjects are still being taught in the local language. So it is very, very, very useful for students to have this Philippine language-based Wikipedias, to have this improve. Can be very useful for learners because editions of Wikipedia are written in their mother tongue and therefore can easily be understood. And this is our group. Thank you.
I'm really interested in that jump in 2013 and the articles that were created by lsjbot. I think from my previous knowledge, those were created, those were articles that were automatically created rather than just small fixes. I've heard something about Cebuano Wikipedia, and I'm curious about Waray Wikipedia and whether you had the same experience with editors not being able to deal with the massive influx of articles created automatically. Because I could see in your graphs that after that massive influx, the editors kind of stayed stable. They didn't increase a lot. So I'm very curious to understand what has been the result of that massive jump. Has it been able to be maintained and sustained, those articles? Or, I'm just so curious to hear more. Thank you.
Just wanted to comment on lsjbot, which has done a fantastic job. You do realise, of course, that Cebuano and Waray have the major number of biota articles across all of Wikipedias.
Yes.
NWiki is minuscule in comparison because it doesn't use a bot. And as you say, they are useful. They give the taxonomy, they give the author, and you can see the structure. And I have contributed probably 1,500 or so bits and pieces to your wiki because they exist. Those articles exist, and I can add photographs when I find them. So when I find a photograph to illustrate whatever I'm interested in, up it goes, And where does it go? It goes to Waray because that exists. So lsjbot is fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any more questions regarding lsjbot and the articles created by lsjbot? Okay, so let me answer those questions. Number one, both Cebuana and Waray Wikipedia have lsjbot articles created. And then yes, they are very informative. And the Filipino community thank those who created those articles and contributed pictures to those articles. Because yes, it is very useful to us. In terms of not only LSG, but articles contain information about the Philippines, it also contains information outside of the Philippines, which is very useful to researchers. And then in terms of editing, okay, I'm also part of the Cebuano Wikipedia community, and I can see that there have been improvements. There have been improvements in the LSJ bot articles in the Cebuano community in terms of they are manually, okay, they are manually editing it. I think the latest done was no, not transcribing, but putting aside from the scientific name, they are putting the local Cebuano names in the flora and fauna, articles. So they are putting it manually, not anymore the LSJ bots. They're putting it manual. No, manual. And then in terms of Waray Wikipedia, in Waray Wikipedia, there are only flora and fauna articles made by LSJ bot. And then these articles are I think they're being accessed by students, especially because they are written in the Waray language, which they can easily understood. So even if, like I said earlier, even if the LSJ bot articles are made in automated, it is automated. The information are useful, and it is not. It's been there. It's been there, so it can be accessed by the Waray speaking, and the Cebuano speaking person. So yes, they are very informative. They are very informative and they are very useful to us. So can I just say that on behalf of the Waray community and the Cebuano community, we thank lsjbot for the information that the lsjbot created articles contributed to those two Wikipedias.